Greetings. Greetings, everyone. We are here back excitingly beginning another project. Anybody guess what it is? So I just got back from 850 Armor Works where I just picked this bad boy up. So yay me. Yay me. This is a resin cast Rogue One Imperial Stormtrooper, and I got the full armor kit to go along with it. So we're gonna do a little resin craft. Hey, what's up, Clone Boys? Gonna do a little resin work, and you know, there's pluses and minuses to 3D printed stuff to resin printed stuff, and resin printed stuff is really honestly much easier to work with a few exceptions. So cutting out, like with clones and with stormtroopers, although this is my first stormtrooper, cutting out these little frown fucking pieces are a headache. Other than that, you know, these are not as hard to cut out. It's minor smoothing. You've basically got a seam line that you're going to have to smooth, and that's about it. And then it's ready for paint and ready to go. However, this takes forever to do. So yes, and yes, this is a Stormtrooper, Clone Boys. It's a Rogue One Stormtrooper, getting ready to start on a full armor build for the Empire for once. So we're going to cut these eyes out, do some sanding, maybe start on some of these frown pieces. That's to be determined. So using trusty Dremel. That's about all I can get with this tip. I need to change the tips to get the rest of it. Just can't get the blade over the lip of the eye here without cutting it, so switch to a smaller tip, which is what she said. Drill tip. I don't want to do it that much. Drill tip won't fit, so we'll go back to one of these. I'm live. All right, hold on, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Indy, come here. Get up here. Get up here. Come on. No. All right, sorry about that. Had to help my wife get her yapping dog. All right. And there we go. We'll get those out of the way. And then we can actually put it on and see. All right, one step closer. So let's take some of this down here on the top. If y'all have any questions about what I'm doing, please let me know. This is a Rogue One Stormtrooper, which I feel like is the best iteration of the Stormtrooper armor. especially the helmet. If you want something want to see something funny, look up the differences between the helmets for Stormtroopers and the New Hope, Empire, and then Jedi. It's one of those things that you can't unsee it after you see it. How bad they looked in Jedi compared to the other two, and this helmet kind of takes the best of all of them and combines them, which it's just my favorite of the Stormtrooper helmets by far. By far. Let's try to take some of this eye stuff in. Change into a handy dandy sandy. Handy dandy sandy tool. And you can see after that, much smoother. And like the jaggedy one over here, much smoother. That's what we're going for. And I got 2 clear eye holes ready to go. I'm going to clean up some of this mess that's down here. Back to a cutting tool for this. Closer to closer. All right, starting to come into focus. All right, that is really where we're sitting. So really, a little more sanding on the seam. It's kind of still running up there. And then I'm going to have to reluctantly drill out all of these little fucking holes, which is going to be a bitch. But well on the way. Well on the way. So thank you for being here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, like and all that shit. As always, I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage.